Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ronald here. So it's official. The government is now in the business of silencing opposition voices. That's right. They have commented on the investigation that News 24 did on Twatterbaas on X from their official profile. And they have made it quite clear that if you are somebody that speaks out against the government with false information, then they will use the full might of the law to come after you. So this is breaking. It was posted a couple of minutes ago. So let's have a look at what they have to say. So as you can see, the South African Justice, Crime Prevention and Security, it's from an official profile. Government notes investigation into X account promoting racism and misinformation. Government has noted media reports which claim that Mr. Sebastian Jooste, a 46-year-old former farmer, is behind the social media account Boer Twatterbaas on X, formerly Twitter, which has been spreading racist views, hate speech and false information. Appreciating that law enforcement agencies are continuing to investigate incidences of misinformation. The government strongly condemns deliberate acts of misinformation and promotion of racial hatred. Oh, that's great. So, kill the Boer, white monopoly capital, all of these phrases that were established and spread, that's being spread by current members of parliament. Are you going to act on them too? Or are you going to only act on what News 24 feeds you? South Africa is the first country to protect freedom of expression is a constitutional right. They can't even English right. South Africa is the first country to protect freedom of expression is a constitutional right. But this does not offer protection for hate speech or deliberate misinformation. Law enforcement will not hesitate to act against those who violate the laws of the country regardless of their color and creed. Yeah, that's laughable. So what are you doing about Andile Mngxitama? What are you doing about Julius Malema? What are you doing about all of these individuals that are spreaders of fake news with white monopoly capital and kill the Boer? Oh wait, kill the Boer is alright to sing in South Africa. You can sing about the killing of people based on their color as long as the color is just right. So yeah. On allegations, farm murders at genocidal scale, crime statistics released by SAPS showed that in the third quarter of 24-25, only one farmer who happens to be white was murdered, while every murder is one too many. Claims of increased scale of farm murders is a lie. AfriForum already showed that this is a lie. They've already shown that there's been at least 8 murders so far. So I'm not really sure where you got that information. It sounds like you are the peddlers of fake news at the moment. Law enforcement agencies are actually winning the fight against farm murders. In a country with 84 murders, you want to tell me that you are winning anything at the moment? Like, really? You're not winning anything, please. Government remains committed to the safety of all who live and work in South Africa, including farmers in rural communities. Citizens are urged to act responsibly and to reject the spread of hate speech and misinformation. It is a criminal offense, except if you are Julius Malema or Andile Mngxitama or various other EFF or MK cadres, because then you can just say whatever you want and there's no repercussions for that. Just quickly, I saw here they also said deliberate acts of misinformation and the promotion of racial hatred are offenses under South African law. Oh, that's interesting. There was another one here. Somebody said, I don't think you will be able to silence those accounts. They've been lying about this country for months now. Please arrest them. And then they responded, law enforcement agencies will take action against individuals who propagate misinformation and promote racial hatred using anonymous social media accounts once their identities have been established. So it seems that they are going to go after Twatterbaas, and of course we can now see that mainstream media is working hand in hand with government. Look at how mainstream media was defending the government against the truths that were told by Donald Trump and Elon Musk about what's happening in South Africa, referencing the Expropriation Act, referencing farm murders, referencing 142 race-based laws, referencing the fact that you need to give 30% of your company away to black individuals in order to start your business in South Africa if you're from overseas. Those are all things that are factually true. So where is the misinformation here? But once again, this illustrates that mainstream media is working with the government to try and silence these voices. What has happened to freedom of speech? What has happened to that? Because it seems that you are allowed to speak your mind and sing songs about killing people, and that's fine, as long as you are a specific race. But as soon as you are of the race that the government does not approve of, then suddenly all of these terms and conditions kick in. And the fact that mainstream media has amplified the government's voice, promoting what the government is saying, rather than actually reporting factually on what's happening in South Africa, that tells you that the media from 2025 is not the media from the 70s and 80s. Because during the 70s and 80s, mainstream media reported to the world what was happening in South Africa during apartheid. But now in 2025, we've got the media that works with the government to keep it secret and hide it from the international community. That is where we are right now. Media has lost their minds and have lost their moral compass, and the government is now going after individuals in this country, silencing them. How communist of you, how socialist of you, that people can't speak their truths to the rest of the world. They can't tell people what they see and experience every single day. Now, might there have been things that Twatterbaas said that isn't true? Maybe. But should he go to jail for it? Really? It's all about interpretation. Look at how mainstream media tried to tell us that AfriForum and Solidariteit is lying and that Donald Trump is getting his information from, random Twitter profiles. Like, he didn't actually get his information from the FBI, the CIA, or the NHI, or the NSI, sorry. But apparently, the media tried to lie to you to say, they getting their information from random sources. And then every single time they were proven wrong. Why are they not being taken to court for peddling misinformation and spreading misinformation and disinformation? But you see, once again, this is like rules for thee, but not for me. So you can be a black member of parliament that literally responds to everybody on X with farm murders. Or you can be a black member of parliament that sings songs about killing people and saying that you won't commit to not calling for the slaughtering of white people on a future date, and that's fine. But the moment you are a white individual with a vocal voice and speaking out against what the government's doing, then that is crossing a line according to the government and according to the media. So this is where we are right now. Channels like mine, voices that's similar to me on X, other YouTube content creators, all of us are the targets now. Because of what? Because we are calling the government out for who and what they truly are. That is where we are right now. So South Africa today is a very, very sad day for freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of association, because the government has now said that, if you are spreading misinformation, then there will be legal consequences. But who are the people that decide what is misinformation? Mainstream media? Because, they've been very accurate lately. Not. So it's just creating such a toxic environment for people to discuss how they feel and what their belief system is. The government and mainstream media are working hand in hand together, as you could see, because the investigation pops out of nowhere on Twatterbaas, and the very next day, the government already has a press statement ready and thanking the media for doing this work and uncovering who it was. I mean, you want to tell me that there isn't hidden motives working behind the scenes here and that they aren't working together? It is atrocious. It's sickening. But hey, that is South Africa right now. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in. Smash the like button. Please share this video far and wide. Please consider subscribing. And if you enjoy my content and this channel, please consider becoming a member. You can do so by clicking the join button below. And that's all I got to say. It is really a scary and sad day for South Africa, for freedom of expression, freedom of association, and the fact that we now can clearly see that mainstream media is just another tool for the government to use. It's sickening. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Till later. Cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre.